Good evening. Right as I say this, my Twitch seems to have stopped working, so I can't actually see my chat or my stream preview or anything. Uh... Well, this is an awkward situation I find myself in. Okay, well, I guess I just can't read chat for a little while. This is kind of awkward. Extremely awkward, even. Okay, it's coming back up. Sorry for the anemic start, but I need to make sure that I'm actually, like, streaming. Yeah, this is messed up. Like, the entire thing is down. This is very bothersome. I pop this out. Okay, I've got like an alternate source for chat. It looks like things are working. I just can't see the preview properly, so things will be a little bit janky. But it looks like the stream itself is good. Sorry about that. When I was a child, I had no clue that this thing was a Goron. Hey, have we met before somewhere? Aren't you... No, couldn't be. Me? I am but a poor, traveling merchant. Wink wink nudge nudge. I travel the world searching for rare objects of all sorts, modern and ancient, foreign and exotic. My dream has always been to someday own my own shop, but plans have a way of getting delayed, and now it's been 30 years since I started. Time certainly laughs at us all, huh? And still, day in and day out, rain or shine, I spend my days looking for curiosities and rare items. Which reminds me, that delivery bag of yours looks like it might have some rare treasure in it. If you happen to have something of the quality that you would put on sale in a shop, would you consider trading it? I have many fine products to trade. If you have something you'd like to trade, could you show it to me, please? Well, very conveniently, I happen to have this flower. Huh? Why, that's a town flower, isn't it? In that case, would you be interested in trading it for this sea flower? Sure. Satisfactory. Then my fee will be... For this, I guess 20 rupees will do. Deal. Thanks, that settles things. I'll give you your item as promised. Hold out both of your hands. You got a sea flower. The scent of the sea wafts from the delicate petals of this flower from an exotic far-off land. If you find a place to put it, choose your delivery bag. Yeah. So, by trading your goods for my goods, we have formed a merchant's oath. So, from now on, I shall honor our merchant's oath by sending shipments of my product to the Windfall Island shop. How, you ask? Why, my good friend the postman will take it there for me, so it'll probably get there before you do. Just go back to Windfall and check for yourself. Noise in the background? Is there noise in the background? It's currently storming out. I don't think I can do anything about that. Also, it looks like Twitch is coming back up, so that's good. Thanks again. Making making sure something wasn't falling over or breaking. I'm sitting down, so if nothing else, the thing falling over isn't me. Yeah, Bomb Island. I'll have to come back here when I have bombs. Why? The thing falling over is me. Oh, how unkind. Oh, shit. Yeah, like, needs aside, I'm usually falling over if I'm, like, standing up and walking around. I'm somewhat uncoordinated. It's been a couple of days since I played this game, trying to remember which buttons do what. Okay, just gotta go a little bit south to get to that place that I can't remember the name of. It's not Dragon Roost, because that was the Rito. It might just be called the Korok Forest, but that doesn't quite sound right. Okay, I did get the map for that square. We're getting back into the swing of things. Yes, do you not see what rises up from the horizon? This is where you must go, Ariel. The Forest Haven. It may appear as though this is but a great tree rising far above the ocean's surface, but it is a sacred place. It is inside this grotto that you will find the spirit of the earth, the great Deku Tree. You must speak with the Deku Tree and receive from him the sacred gem known as Farore's Pearl. I fear that Ganon's vile hand may have already reached this most sacred of sanctuaries. Go forth with caution, Ariel. Okay, but like, I want the map. Hi, small fry. Want a chart and information? Yes, please. Just a wee bit north of here on Bomb Island, I've sometimes seen a merchant of incredible girth with a monstrous pack on his back. Now, what could he be doing on that lonely little isle? I tell you, there are some strange folk in the world, Fry. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Incredible girth, just like you. I mean, if you want to lose weight, I'm sure it's not that difficult. I don't have apples today, and because of the storm, and some other packers, I couldn't go out to get them. So instead, I've got a bowl of fruit that was frozen. It's not quite as sweet. But it's something. Deku plants definitely got a bit of a glow up. Ooh, Book of Lava Seed. This is the source of the evil plant's magic. Perhaps if you can find somebody to cook it up, its magic can be unleashed. I also appreciate that Deku sticks are made from those things. Although I guess that would make them Boko sticks, not Deku sticks. For like a really long while, Octorok's thing was that they had been in every single Zelda game. Is that still the case? Like they were the only thing that had been in every single Zelda game? Also, while I'm here, I'm gonna be looking for a little RGB fairy thing. You didn't know that was a thing to begin with? Yeah, it was a thing. Every single Zelda game had Octoroks in some incarnation. Oh no, Deku Tree's got acne. Yeah, I was a teenager once. It was awful. Octorok gets it in Twilight Princess. Oh, that's a shame. Also, RGB Fairy, get over here. You got a forest firefly in your bottle. A strange light emanates from this mystical creature. We're just gonna keep that tucked away for later. Take it off my bar so I can't accidentally release it. I must apologize. I was in error. I saw your clothing and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. I am the guardian spirit of this forest haven, the Deku Tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, the boat who speaks, who led you to this place? So it is true. Then you have come here because you have need of the Pearl of the Goddess. I see. I knew there was a reason the monsters have begun to congregate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves. What do you call yourself? Ariel? Well then, Ariel. Oh wait, this is the Deku Tree. Well then, Ariel. These are the Koroks, the spirits of the forest. Once upon a time, long ago, the Koroks took on human forms. But when they came to live on the sea, they took these shapes. Now they fear people, but to me, they will ever be my cherished little children. As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony that the Koroks hold but once every year. It is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once their ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but If the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So, let it begin. Are you ready, my children? We are not, oh great Deku Tree. Something terrible has happened. It is Makar. Makar! What is the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late. No, it's not that, oh great Deku Tree. Makar fell into the Forbidden Woods. What? The Forbidden Woods? I named it that for a reason. I told him to be careful, but still, Makar flew above the Forbidden Woods, and as he drew close to it... Foolish little Makar. Ariel, you've heard all this. The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hallowed island of our forest haven. Those woods, the whole region is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. And now it seems they have taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. It is why he brought you here. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but can you go rescue young Makar for me? But Great Deku Tree, people cannot fly through the air. Foolish Korok, observe. I return. Ah, yes, thank you, child. You are right. It's not possible to enter those woods from the sea, is it? Ariel, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children. Yet I think that we may still be able to solve this dilemma. Did you just call me fat? You must use the item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky. Man was constipated. Huh. Forgive me, Ariel, but could you climb up to my crown to get the leaf from up there? Yeah, the Koroks are what have become of the Kokiri. They're quite cute, but I do definitely miss the little forest elves. The Forbidden Woods were once our home. They were peaceful back then. I would guess that our homes should still exist somewhere deep within the woods. If you have trouble anywhere in the forest, just look to the stump-shaped houses. Yeah, if you remember Ocarina of Time, like you had the Kokiri Forest, and then like you had the Sacred Grotto where the Deku Tree was, kind of like connected to it by a path. This is that grotto. And now it's the only safe place, so like all the Kokiri had to move in there. And like the old Kokiri Forest is now the Forbidden Woods. Do you know about this flower? It's called a Baba Bud. It's called a Baba Bud. You can stand in front of it and tilt it, less stick to jump into it. Baba Buds have this peculiar habit of shooting you up into the air if you jump into them, so you can use them to jump up to hard-to-reach places. Wow, you're quite good at that, Miss Knight. Just keep doing that until you get all the way up to the top. If you shoot out facing the wrong direction, don't panic. If you don't tilt the stick in any direction, you'll land safely back in the bud. Stuck the landing. You got the Deku Leaf. One of the most iconic items in all of gaming, I think. Plant your feet on the ground and use it to blow blasts of air at objects and enemies. You can also jump in the air and use your magic power to drift on the currents of the wind. Swordswoman, over here. Please, you must fly from over there to here using your Deku Leaf. I like how despite the Rito being the sky things and then the Koroks being the earth things, the Koroks kind of... The Koroks are the ones who give you the ability to like actually glide slash fly. Very good, Miss Swordswoman. You've already mastered using the Deku Leaf. But since you're so much heavier than we are, you can't fly very far, can you? How unfortunate. Well, anyway, this is the exit that leads to the Forbidden Woods, where our brother Makar is being held. Please take care of Makar. Yeah, the birds have the Earth Temple, the plants don't. It's weird. This is another thing that took me an embarrassingly long time to puzzle out as a child. The storm is hitting hard. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like rattling the windows and such. I really wish I could do something about it. I apologize. Unfortunately, my aerial punch doesn't quite hit hard enough to disperse clouds. I may or may not have forgotten to redirect the wind before doing this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come down on that one with May. I think I did in fact forget to redirect the wind before doing that. Should have leaf pumped. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, this is substantially easier. Nice job, Swordswoman. It looks like you've already mastered using your Deku Leaf. You're a quick study. The first thing you should do is cut the grass around here to replenish your magic power. The entrance to the Forbidden Woods is on a much higher level than the entrance to our Forest Haven. In order to get up to such a high place, you'll have to catch the swirling updraft. Can you see the updraft, Swordswoman? The updrafts around here move swiftly. You'll have to time your jump just right so that the wind will fill your Deku Leaf and carry you into the updraft, giving you the lift you need. Once you're floating on high, just let the wind take you to the entrance of the woods. Wait, if that guy just explains to you how to do it, why did it take me so long to figure it out as a child? Yeah, whatever, not important. We'll wait for that thing to rotate around. A fun little thing that I've always really appreciated in Zelda is that when you don't have something like this going on, where like it's meant to drop like one thing in particular, grass always drops specifically whatever it is that you're missing. Like it's pseudo-random. Like if you're missing health, it's much more likely to drop health. Pea hats. I'll just wait for this thing to come back around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I knocked them away by doing this. There we go. Mistakes were made. And then we wait for it to come back around again. So how's everybody else's day? Mine has not been amazing, but I couldn't actually tell you why. It's just one of those days where you wake up and you feel like garbage. Luckily, listening to the title theme on this game heals that feeling. So I'm doing okay right now. Oh, that's cool. There's a little indicator now showing you, like, what you're standing over. Or flying over, rather. I like that. Batman, lots of ones and then a two. Welcome. I believe you're Cartman from the Stray stream. You just renamed. Good to see you again. Green Chew Jelly. Inside Green Chew Cheese is a magical gelatinous essence. We're just having a good time playing some Wind Waker HD. It would have been SD, and then I was just like, why not HD? So then it's HD. You can see a chest over here. Honestly, the real determining factor was the Linkle mod is only for HD. At least as far as I'm aware. You got the map. I forgot that I have to actually take out my Deku Leaf if I want to fly with it. Silly mistakes like this. Luckily, this isn't exactly a world record speed run, so... Ooh, berry. I don't have a spare bottle, so... I'll just ask her to patch me up. Okay, so getting into one of these flowers completely refills your magic. That's nice. I like it. How am I? I wasn't doing incredibly earlier, but I'm actually doing fairly well now, because I really like this game. It's just been one of those days. Ooh, bonfire. Explosions make any day better. Incidentally, the reason that I'm never directly attacking those things to get rid of them is that they'll close up and become indestructible if I get too close. Hooray for physics. I always found it kind of weird that these things give golden feathers. Like, you expect feathers off of, like, the bird enemies from Dragon Roost. On these ones, it seems a little bit weird. Not that I'm complaining, it makes it relatively easy to farm. Their leaves are basically feathers. That does make sense. I'm kind of expecting you to follow that up with, and that's why foxes are basically cats. Like, I expect this kind of sass from you. I'm just injecting it into scenarios where it doesn't exist to begin with. What's in here? In hindsight, I probably should have tried to take one of those with me. Oh well. Can I take one of these with me? Okay, so they don't fully restore my magic, they just give me a decent chunk of it. Oh, there's a nut up here. I was probably supposed to use that to get the door open. Oh well. If memory serves, this room was one that, like, really messed with speedrunners for a very long time. Because, like, they try to get in here without the Deku Leaf, and then it would, like, they just couldn't get through it. At least until they figured out ways around that sort of thing. I don't think that there's a single group on the planet that, like, scares me more than speedrunners. Just in terms of, like, what they're potentially capable of. It's like, I found out that if you execute 8,000 inputs a second before the title screen starts, you can just, like, start the game on the credits. It's like, how do you stumble across this? Like, that goes beyond even, like, looking at source code for fun. There's a warp back here. I feel like these vines would be, like, satisfying to chew on. Just the texture they've got, I think, would, like, break apart really nicely under my teeth. That, or it would be super rubbery. Which isn't the worst texture ever, but, like... What have we here? Compass. I know that I'm capped on money, but I just like grabbing rupees. I'm like, ooh, shiny, must have. Oh, speaking of shiny must have, I'm kind of thinking that after I finish Atlas, I might do Pokemon Colosseum. In my Sunday slot. So naturally, my first thought was, what if I shiny hunt the starter Pokemon in that game? And then I looked into it and I found out that you can't get them shiny. They're shiny locked. They can never ever be shiny. Ever. So I'm like, oh, well. Rip that. Ooh, there's a chest down there. I have been baited. I actually really like the GameCube Pokemon games. Like, I enjoy that they've got like a darker plot. I enjoy that like the main format is doubles. I enjoy that it's like a lot more difficult than mainline Pokemon. Granted, low bar. And I'm kind of sad that they came up, dropped two of the best games ever, and then just like never revisited it. That said, the GameCube games are also kind of a really good exhibition of what I really don't enjoy about Pokemon, which is that if you actually want to like complete your Pokédex, you have to jump through so many hoops. Like, at the time, it was like, okay, you want a, let's go with the box art one. You want a Lugia, okay. You need a GameCube, you need Colosseum, you need a Game Boy Advance game, you need a Game Boy Advance to GameCube link cable. Two versions think that Pokemon still does is awful. That's also a thing, yes. Like, I had a... Okay, so this is semi-unrelated, but I had a brother growing up, and what would usually happen, at least for a while, is I would get like one Pokemon game and then he would get the other. Like, I got Ruby, he got Sapphire. So it's like, okay, this kind of works out. Like, whenever I can, like, you know, get him to behave, we can, like, trade Pokemon. But, like, if he decided to be, like, a little brat, then they were just Pokemon that I could not get. Jet-powered moth, that's awesome. I appear to have taken damage. This individual seems to have taken more. Yeah, the thing that like annoys me, kind of following up on that thing from earlier, so like, I would always get like one version and then he would get the other. Until one year for Christmas, my brother got both black and white. And I was like, is this a mistake? And my parents were just like, no, we just thought that you were too old for Pokemon. No, that's not what they said. They said, we thought you were too old for video games. despite that being like my one and only hobby. Anyway, I just got the boomerang. That's kind of awesome. I kind of skipped through the explanation. Sorry, I'm so used to just like skipping through that text. Boomerang, you throw it out, it comes back. This particular incarnation can lock onto up to 5 things. I did not have a lot of money growing up, so when Gen 5 came out and my brother got both of them and I got neither of them, that just made Gen 4 the last Pokemon Gen that I ever played. Okay, so with the boomerang, I could destroy both of these things. And then like I grew up and I got like my own money, and then it's like, okay, I want to get back into Pokemon, but it's like you need all this like really old hardware to like actually like play Pokemon these days. It's like you need multiple DSs, and you need like multiple Game Boys, and you need a GameCube and a Game Boy Advance cable adapter. Like, you don't need these things, but you can't catch them all without it. Also, all the old events that are, like, defunct and you can't get anymore. Okay, I did all that. What did it accomplish? I can go down there. If I had the hook shot, I could go over there. Oh, do I just take Glide across? I might just take Glide across. Yeah, I was overthinking it. Joy pendant, lovely. Yeah, I kind of like to finish that thought off. Another thing that like really bugs me is like, okay, let's say I am willing to like go to all the effort to get all this like older stuff. I have to find like legitimate older stuff. Also, I keep accidentally pulling out the grappling hook instead of the boomerang. Whoops. It's like good luck finding an actual real copy of Pokemon Emerald with a real working battery. For less than $1,200. I actually went looking a while back, and like, if I wanted a actual legitimate copy of Pokemon Coliseum, it would have cost me $1,200. That's why I picked that number. Yeah, it's because it was one of the GameCube games. But yeah, it was a bit unreasonable. And the bit that like really bothers me, I actually had that game growing up and my brother stole it and sold it for drug money. He got like $5 for it. It was my game, it was not his to sell. Sorry, this is turned into an event stream, I apologize. What's in here? If memory serves, there's another Tangle chest over on that little platform there. But I once again don't have the means to access it. Or maybe it's there. But yeah, my personal hot take is that since Pokemon seems to really want to go with the whole, like, yearly model, like, hey, you pay us, you know, this much every single year, just actually make it a yearly model, make it like a subscription thing, where you get access to, like, let's say every single Pokemon game ever, legitimately, on Switch, and you can just, like, freely trade between them. And you just pay, like, you know, $5 a month to maintain access to it. They get their consistent income. You get a bunch of people who like aren't getting scalped to heck and back. Everybody wins. That or just straight up make like a Pokemon MMO. Like, it's a setting that is like so ripe with potential that I feel that they are squandering really heavily. I think at least in part because they're afraid to, like, mess something up. Like, nobody wants to be the person who made the decision that, like, killed Pokemon as a franchise. We sure do bonk a lot in this game. Ooh, treasure chart, nice. But yeah, this Pokemon commentary brought to you by Forest Temple. There sure is a lot of green in here. Imagine that being the tagline. There sure is a lot of green in here. You ever touch a flower and then die instantly? If you say yes, then you might have what it takes to be a VTuber. Cute little puzzle for the boomerang. You have to do it in a specific order so that it doesn't bug. But the order's just a circle. They got the big key. Oh shoot, Moblin airdrop. You got a skull necklace. This rather off-putting accessory would appear to be of little value, but shown to the right person, it's apparently of great worth. You just stabbed his friend. Yeah, if memory serves, later on I can sell skull necklaces for like 40 rupees a piece. They're actually a great way to make money. Ow. Dude just uppercut me out of the air. Is there an option to surrender? It's such a power move. He like slams me into a wall and then sniffs around like, ah, where's the thread? It's clearly not in front of me. Alright. How might I get up there? Perhaps with this thing. Watching Wind Waker Link as a child just hoist himself up, whoops. Just hoist up his own body weight while climbing a rope kind of inspired me to be able to do the same. And then I found out that I can't. I am very incapable of doing that. I'm quite weak. What's in here? I also like how the door barring thing in here is those roots instead of just generic bars. I think that's character. I like it. Like, I easily could have seen it be like the generic iron bars or like maybe like a wooden portcullis. Oh, another joy pendant. Nice. They seem to like giving those as like room rewards a lot, I find. And I'm not sure why. I feel like keeping a fire lit inside of a tree is a bit of a risky proposition. This viewer's on? No thank you. Get banned. There's something very silly that I would like to do. And if you know what I'm about to do, then, yeah. We're making a slight detour so I can do something silly. Let's try that again, I guess. I'm trying to make it back to Forest Haven. I could totally swim that. Wait, how are you supposed to make it back to Forest Haven without the warp? I guess I can't. Huh. Gift draft? That makes sense. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's been an hour since stream started, so we're gonna take a 5-minute break. That said, during the break, I'm going to be going to Forest Haven, fetching some forest water, and coming back. So yeah, I'll see you in about 5 minutes. return. So, what I was grabbing was this forest water from the base of the Deku tree. You can pour it out an infinite, or sorry, I think up to 3 times it said. You can pour it out multiple times, it only lasts 30 minutes. I can't remember if it said, I cannot remember if it said only 3 times or if it said multiple times 30 minutes. The 30-minute limit is absolutely a thing. I think it's as many times as you want. Please give me the wind. Oh no. It is surprisingly difficult to navigate Forest Haven, even with wind control. But yeah, like I say, there was a reason I wanted to do that. And luckily, since I unlocked a warp pipe straight to the final boss, sorry, a warp pot, I don't have to worry about, timing out. Get eaten, nerd. Yeah, there's some kind of awful parasitic flower inside the Forest Haven. I like how these little tendrils are so strong that it only needs one to hold itself up. Anyway, this is a parasitic plant. This is pure water from the Deku tree. Kills it instantly. You don't have to do a single point of damage, you just pour that water on it and it dies instantly. Swordswoman, are you the one who rescued me? You have my thanks. When all went dark around me, I thought that my time on the earth was over. But why are you here, Swordswoman? What? The Great Deku Tree sent you? Oh, that's right. Today's the day of our annual ceremony. Oh, I'm in trouble. I shouldn't be here. I must get out of here immediately. Nice little 25% boost to my health. And we leave. And so does Makar. I like how I'm holding him. Oh, Makar, you have returned safely. I'm sorry, Great Deku Tree. I know you warned us many times, but still I did not listen. Don't worry, Makar. You're safe now. Just be more careful from now on. You've done well, Ariel. I must thank you for your brave deeds. Here is that which I have promised you. Please accept it. Imagine if it didn't like stop and like hover in front of you and it just like beamed you in the head and like knocked you out. You received Fauror's Pearl, the earth spirit the Deku Tree has seen fit to give you this jewel, a treasure of the goddess Fauror. It is my hope that this pearl shall lead you to a fair destiny. All is well, Makar, do not cry. Please, play your songs for me as you always do. Oh, that's right, we must begin our ceremony soon, before the day ends. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. Let the ceremony begin. Oh, great, Ariel. As my thanks to you, I shall play even harder than I normally do. I hope you enjoy it. My absolutely gobsmacked expression. Great Deku Tree, this year you have once again produced some splendid seeds. With these seeds, we will continue to spread new forests across the Great Sea. Let us go, Koroks, to the sea. See you all next year. Take care. Farewell, great swordswoman. May the winds of chance bring us together again someday. Every year after the Koroks perform this ceremony, they fly off to the distant islands on the sea and plant my seeds in the hopes that new forests will grow. Forests hold great power. They can change one tiny island into a much larger land. Soon, a day will come when all the islands are one, connected by earth and grove. And the people who live on that great island will be able to join hands and, together, create a better world. Such is my dream. But the one that you are chasing is trying to prevent that dream from ever coming to pass. Ariel, already your fate is tied to the fate of this world. You must proceed with great care. Thank you, Ariel, for all that you've done for me. How was my performance? Did it suit your tastes or no? This instrument is the one that the Great Deku Tree gave to me on the day of my birth. He said it is an instrument that people played long, long ago. It has taken many long hours of practice for me to be able to perform at the level that I do now. 8 of my fellow Koroks have set out on journeys to create new forests in the world. But both Hollow, who studies the making of potions, and I are always on this island. Please come to see us here again. We'll be waiting for you. Get watered, nerd. So yeah, I don't think I can get the water out of the potion bottle. Or sorry, I don't think I can get the water out of the bottle for the next half hour. So that's just stuck there for now. This is fine, though. I accomplished what I set out to accomplish. That's not the only use for forest water. But it's the only one that I'm pursuing for now. Get launched out to sea, nerd. Good evening. Letters for Ariel, we have 1. Here's your letter. Dear Ariel, if you are reading this letter, it can only mean that you have peeked into one of our many post boxes. I am indebted to you. I'm very sorry that I let you leave without thanking you. Please accept my heartfelt apology, along with my thanks. We cannot do much to help you, but we can at least do this. If we get any letters or parcels for you, we will deliver them to a post box near you. If you see any wiggling post boxes, please look inside of them. I suppose you have a long way to go before your perilous journey is done. I have included a gift for you with my letter in the hope that it might help you. Please accept this small token. I look forward to the day that we meet again. May fortune fill your wings, from Komali's father. I like how he doesn't introduce himself as the chieftain. Ooh, a piece of heart. We take those. So, this place too has been attacked by Ganon. Could he already be regaining his power? Ariel, you must get the remaining pearl. It lies in a place northwest of here. We must set sail immediately. Does he mark it on the map? Yes, he does. I will go there in a relatively straight line. But I'm gonna try and grab all the chart updates along the way, as well as explore the islands if I think I can get on them with my current items. I think this might be the private cabana. Yeah, this is the private cabana. Chart and information about the island. Please, small fry. So, tell me, small fry, have you heard of the golden set of Triumph forks? It's right there, I tell you. The article genuine, in that house. And if you want it, you better go in there and scour the place from floor to ceiling. And that's all the info I've got to offer. I really appreciate that they call them the Triumph forks. Oh, is that red thing? Oh, this must be treasure charts that I've already opened and found the things for. We'll just keep those open. I think the square that I'm going into is the one that has the tower in it, so I might not be able to get a chart for it yet. This is definitely the square with the tower. So let's go east instead. I love having the wind always automatically at my back. It is such a nice change. I'm so used to always going like sideways to the wind because I never bothered to change it because it took so long. Holy small fry. They've got a shop over there on Windfall Island. A nice outdoor shop. Did you know that, small fry? And in that that shelf, they've got this really fine safe that looks to be brimming full with riches, and they just leave it sitting outside day and night. And I tell you, one of these days that thing is going to get hauled off by a thief. Mark my words, Fry. Of course, if I were to find a thief in the act of thieving, I'd stop the perpetrator right there and catch the rat red-handed. I'm sure if I did, the owner of that shelf would thank me. Yeah, he'd be happy. That would be the honest thing to do. Well, as we know, foxes are the most trustworthy animals of all, so I'm definitely not going to use this knowledge to plunder great riches. Ooh, a submarine. We'll just do a little sneaky in here. Ow, my bones. I needed those. Oh! The rest of my bones. Ow, my first bones a second time. Moblins mess you up. They're also really tanky. Swaggering out. It's because my sword is fake. I need to find a vendor that sells stronger weapons, I see. I think I mentioned this before, but a while ago I was talking with a coworker about the potion seller video. Like how the entire premise is like, you know, the potions are too strong. And we determined that what's actually going on is that the potion seller, in truth, does not sell potions meant for consumption, but rather he sells like potion mix, and he's just really bad at communicating it. Like he sells you like one thing, and you put like a drop into a vial of water, and that makes like one serving of potion. But like drinking it straight would be like a massive overdose, which is why he warns you against doing it. It's like, no, traveler. These potions are not fit for consumption. Not by a dragon, let alone a man. You need to find a seller that sells weaker potions. I provide to retailers. I'm not an endpoint. Hey, heart piece. Love to see it. A nice little 20% boost to my health. Of course, from now on, those percentages get harder to calculate because they're not really clean numbers anymore. Love having a pass button. Thank you for prompting me to get this sale the other day. I really appreciate it. Quite small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want to chart and information about this island. Then start by opening up your sea chart. You've seen those weird rings of light that appear on the seas at night, haven't you? Yeah, well, those things are a sure sign that there's treasure in the deeps, Fry. But let me tell you, there are some lights that don't always shine. Yeah, there are these special ones that shine like crazy, but only when you open a treasure chart. They say that those mark the spots where the greatest treasures are hidden, and that's all the info I've got to offer. That reminds me of my favorite Pokemon fact. So what do you suppose the most powerful Pokemon is? Like, disregarding lore, just... Or not entirely, not disregarding lore, but like, just in terms of like, raw output. Like obviously, like the obvious answers are like, you know, Arceus or Necrozma, but like, which Pokemon do you think is actually the most powerful? Because if you don't know the answer, you're never gonna guess it. Power Swap Shuckle? not like mechanically, like lore-wise, I mean. Look, Ariel, do you see it? What's happened to this place? Greatfish Isle. It has been punched very, very hard. What is the meaning of this? The island, it is... We're too late. I knew we had precious little time, but I never suspected how little. A great water spirit named Jabun once lived here, but no sign of him remains. Hello there, Ariel. So, you're here. I've been looking for you. Are you by chance seeking the great spirit Jabun? I'm sorry to report to you that Jabun can no longer be found here. Just look at how this place has been torn to pieces. I suppose that this too is the work of the Shadow in the Forsaken Fortress. But fear not. Jabun was able to flee this island before it was attacked. He's in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where that abode may be? On the island where you were born. On Outset. Yet, even if you were to go to Outset now, you would not be able to see Jabun. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it. Why, not even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in. I must apologize, Ariel. I thought if anybody would know of your whereabouts, it would be the pirates. I told them this tale without so much as a thought for the consequences. I don't know what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset Island and tried to break into the cave. It's lucky that they couldn't gain entrance. I've heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but doing what, I don't know. If you wish to see Jabun, I think you'd better search for the pirates on Windfall Island. What an eerie isle this is. Everywhere else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Valu must have been right when he asked me to bring word of Jabun to you. He called this island cursed. I would counsel against staying here longer than you have to. But that is your decision. I have told you of Jabun, so my task is complete. So, Jabun has survived. The Sea Spirit has lived through the trials of many long years. He must have caught wind of Ganon's attack beforehand. If we are to believe the words of the Rito Postman, then the pirates know something about the cave where Jabun hides. Why don't we go first to Windfall and search for them there? Light, Beetle, I'd like to restock on bait, please. Oh, whoops. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I don't carry arrows. I don't want to get a shipment of bombs in. They're too expensive for me to stock. That old guy is greedy. Okay, he's not selling the bottle, he's selling the thing that goes in the bottle, so... Also, I spy another traveling merchant. And the ghost chef, nice. I heard that there was a treasure of great worth on this island, but I can't find a thing. I thought that perhaps my fate would cross with the most mystic of rare items, the Shop Guru statue, but it seems as though I'm off the mark yet again. I think he specifically wants Shop Guru, so I'll come back later. If I give him the sea flower and he doesn't like it, then I have to go buy a new one out of pocket. How do I get that preview out of the way? There we go. But yeah, to follow up on what I was saying earlier, the most powerful Pokemon is actually Lantern. The anglerfish looking Pokemon with like the light on its head. It is the most powerful Pokemon and it's not even close. I'm not seeing the fish that fills in your mouth. My reasoning for this is, so the Pokédex entry for Lantern describes them as, like if you're a sailor and you like look down through the water, at the ocean floor, it's like a sea of stars. It's like the stars in the sky, but it's on the sea of the floor. Because the light from lanterns are like piercing upwards out of the sea. The problem with that is that water is really, really, really good at diffusing light. Like, roughly every foot of water that light passes through reduces its intensity by half because it's scattering. And the ocean floor is really far down. So you take the amount of light that it takes to, you know, be like a star in the sky, which is not enough, we'll call it like a candlelight. Go down 1 foot, double its intensity. Go down another foot, double its intensity again, now it's 4 times stronger. Go down to the bottom of the ocean floor. Lantern is giving off enough energy to just annihilate all matter in the universe at all times, passively, in order to be visible through that much water. They say that inside the ring of rock that makes up the perimeter of that island, there lives an incredibly beautiful fairy. But the thing is, nobody's ever met her. Supposedly, the only way you'll ever meet her is to take a ride on a whirlwind and drop inside that rock perimeter from the sky above. Doesn't sound easy, Fry. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Maybe this guy wants a sea flower. I do not remember the exact order that you're supposed to talk to these guys in. But if you do it right, you only have to trade with each of them once, I think. Ooh, blue choo-choo. I want this. Thank you for that. Magical cure-all. I detected a scent wafting from this island that suggested that there might be something of value here, so I sailed my tiny raft all this way from far, far away. But the high rock wall on the main island blocks my way, so it seems as though I won't be able to get much further. What a disagreeable turn of events. However, my girl, that delivery bag of yours smells like it might... Stop sniffing me. That's weird. Someday I'm gonna open up my shop, or I'm gonna open myself up a shop. A huge shop. No, a mega superstore. Can you show me what you got on you? This guy I think will be happy with anything, so I'll give him the sea flower. Why, that's a sea flower, right? Would you be interested in trading that for this town flower? No, thank you. Okay, one island over. This actually works out nicely because it cleans out the slot without wasting any bait, and then it can refill it. Because I'm pretty sure on Windfall, Beetle sells bait. Where is the fish? Here's the fish. Play small fry. Also, in case you're wondering why my hand is doing this, I've got it on my knee. Beware the night when the crescent moon faces up. That's all I can tell you. I think whenever they say beware, it's because there's a ghost ship appearance. I don't recall what goes on here, if I'm being perfectly honest. Good evening. We have one letter. If you wish to be a true swordswoman, find some knight's crests and return to me, Orca. I think he wants 20 of them, and my first chance to get them will be in the next dungeon. I'm already closed for today. Come again tomorrow. Right, that's why I don't remember doing anything here. I don't like these minigames. I'll probably end up doing it, but I'll wait for it to not be miserable out first. That is the wrong direction. Also, I just realized Windfall Island, because it's a merchant town, and a windfall is what you'd call it when you make a lot of money. I just got that. True, it's also a name with wind on it, but like, it's a really, really clever double entendre. Actually, I wonder what it's called in Japanese. Because, like, that would also potentially be a factor. It's just as the postman told us, the pirate ship stopped here to avoid drawing the attention of the townsfolk. It's really big, I don't think it can avoid being spotted. I know not what they are researching, but if they are hoping to get their hands on Jabun's sacred gem, I doubt they would tell you anything directly if you were to ask them. Ariel, I think you should try to find out what the pirates are up to, without them finding out about you. Oh boy, fox stealth, my favorite. Now, I wonder if I can go in here without checking the ship first. Do a little shimmy like this. We ignore the seam in the wall texture. We climb up these conveniently placed vines. And we go in here. Look, don't be mad at us. It's not our fault that we absolutely gotta have bombs to get the treasure that we're after. How about you just think about it as payback for the nasty little monopoly you've been running here, yeah? So, I bet you're thinking it was foolhardy to ask pirates to pay such an outrageous price, huh? Yeah, I bet you are. I forgot to come here earlier, but he does technically sell bombs, but it's for more money than you can carry. You know, Gonzo, I still can't get over that bit of fast talking you pulled to get that information out of the postman. Oh yeah, that was smooth. I tell you, the minute I set the minute I set eyes on that Ariel, I just knew that he may miss an instance there. I just knew that she was hiding something back at Outset, yeah? Just when I saw that postman, I just pretended like I was worried about the kid and stuff. And presto, he spills the beans. Good work, Gonzo. Really, just top notch. It's funny though, I'm thinking that this is maybe the first time you've shown such wit, such cunning. You know, with your cunning and Miss Tetra's smarts, if you two got married and had a kid, that kid would be the greatest pirate to ever sail the seas. Yup, the greatest. You idiot. Keep your mouth shut, yeah? Don't be so stupid. Miss Tetra, are you listening to this nitwit? Can't you dock him some pay or something? Quit goofing off, both of you. Keep your childish jokes to yourselves and get those bombs back to the ship. The second you're done loading them up, we're setting sail for Outset Island. What, miss? We have to leave immediately, but it's been so long since we were on shore. We need to fill our bellies with some good eating, yeah? How about we grub tonight and shove off tomorrow morning instead? I mean, I'm fine either way, of course. Whatever you say is fine, miss, is what I mean to say. It's just that the boys were so excited to come to town, yeah? And I can't help but think that it would be awful hard on them to leave so soon without a proper layover. So, what say we set sail tomorrow, yeah? What do you say, miss? The treasure isn't going anywhere. You're with me, right, boys? Who's for a night of fun? You're all fools, you know that? You saw that demolished island. You saw the senseless destruction. We have to hurry on to Outset or the same thing could happen there. Huh? They're just trying to protect Outset. I actually think that that's really sweet. Huh? Not to be disrespectful, but by the sound of things, you're more worried about the island than the treasure, miss. Don't be ridiculous. I want, you know, the treasure. Alright, fine. Have it your way. We can leave town tomorrow, you big babies. But we're setting sail at first light, so no sleeping in. Understood? Aye aye. Say there, brother. What was today's password again? Mako, are you serious? You forgot already? You're so useless. Today's password is Plankton, yeah? Remember? You know that Nico won't let you in if you don't say it exactly right, and he's real picky about it, so I'll say it once more. Today's password is Plankton, yeah? Plankton, eh? Crabs. Yeah. Hello there. I could free you. I want you to know that not doing that is a deliberate choice. Oh, beetle. Let me get some new bait. We'll just fill our bag with bait. He doesn't sell arrows. I can't just buy multiple because that'd be too easy. I think I can carry one more.
Bye.
He always looks so dejected when you turn around and leave. done yet. I need to actually go on the ship. I forgot that step for a moment. Normally, I'd spend some more time doing side content, but the storm will not stop until I do this, so I'm kind of prioritizing it just a little. Who can't walk the plank? Yeah. That's Plankton. Right, you may enter. This also lets us go into Tetra's room. Woman, presumably Tetra's mother. She's got a cute lamp. Picture of flowers. The tapestry from the opening scroll, very interesting. A picture of the Triforce, aligned with like various islands. A picture of the hero from the fable. Very interesting things for her to have. Oh, Ariel, my old Suave Ariel. So you're alive? All the other pirates said that you got done in by that bird monster in the Forsaken Fortress, so I thought... Never mind what I thought, you're alive. Oh, I get it now, you came back because you missed me so much. I had no idea you wanted to be my Suave so badly. I see. Well, after you left, I went back to being the bottom rung on the ladder, which is why I'm stuck here while everybody else is in town having fun and eating and stuff. But I guess being so worshipped by my Suave ought to cheer me up. Alright, why don't we set you to your next test, huh? This one is harder than the last. Good luck, you'll need it, Suave. You can see that there are lanterns hanging throughout the room, right? Well, last time you pressed the switch, platforms rose up for you to jump onto, right? Well, this time, there aren't any. Which means you have to jump from one rope to the next rope. Sounds pretty tough. And that's not all. This time I put a gate on the door, too. The switch opens the gate, but it'll close if you don't get here before the time runs out. Run out of time, you'll have to try again, little Suave. The switch that opens the gate is in the same place as before, so go step on it. If you get all the way to this side before time runs out, I'll give you the bombs we got in town. Yeah, you heard me. Give it your best shot, Suave. Now, he just locked himself in, and the switch to get him out is here. I could just leave him to his fate. However, I do want those bombs. Build up a little bit of momentum. Well, that was an unpleasant miss. Right at the end. This is what impatience gets you. Try this again. I say and then immediately go for another double like last time. At least the grab is fairly generous. I did it. What? You did it already? You're incredible. This isn't good. I never even passed this test. How could she do it so quickly and make it look so easy? Oh, and if I give this to her, everyone will know for sure. Oh, I'll be so busted. Okay. You're the best Suave of all time, so I guess I'll just give you the bombs. Go on, take them. Just don't tell anybody, okay? I'm serious. Really serious, okay? Oh, okay. He's not looking, so he can't see me take them. You got bombs. You can carry up to 30. Pull one out, throw it or set it at your feet, try it out, it's a blast. Using bombs along your boat gives you a cannon you can use to fight off seagoing enemies. That's mighty courageous of you trying to steal treasure from pirates. I suppose I should be shocked, but I'm more amazed that you managed to survive after getting tossed out of that tower. From the look on your face, I have to guess that you haven't saved your sister yet, huh? You don't give things much thought, do you? You just rush in, never thinking how badly things could go for you. Like just now, the only reason you got with what you did was because we left a simple-minded little rat like Nico behind to look after things. No one else would have parted with our treasure so easily, I assure you. And just how do you intend to use those bombs anyway? Don't tell me you're going after Jaboon's treasure too. Right now, Jaboon is hiding in a cave at the back of the island that you were born on, but the entrance is blocked by a giant stone doorway. You can't get in without breaking down the door. We are going to relax in town and eat our fill of whatever this town has to offer, but we'll be leaving for Outset first thing in the morning. If you manage to find Jaboon tonight, then I guess you win. But if you take too long, we'll come sailing right by you tomorrow morning. And believe me, you did not get all of our bombs. You better be quick, kid. Wow, awesome. You have a stone just like the one that Miss Tetra has. Hey, how do you use that then? Can you talk to Miss Tetra through that? Man, you're so lucky. Yeah, I personally would never want my employer having the means to access me at all times. It's like, if you want my phone number, give me a phone for work. Also, I'm turning it off when I leave work. Good evening. We have a letter for Ariel. Notice from the shop chef. It's time for our semi-annual Big Chance extravaganza. We have a new product that's burst onto the scene. Bombs. We're having an extra special sale on this choice item for a limited time only. You'll know where to find us by checking the enclosed Beetle shop ship chart. Visit a shop ship near you today, offer not available in all regions. Don't miss this huge opportunity. Well done. Our preparations are complete. If what the girl says is true, the pirates won't be leaving until morning. You must meet with Jaboon and get the pearl from him before they arrive. Let us delay no longer, Ariel. I'm gonna delay just a little while. Not that fun. Miiverse doesn't exist anymore. I am kind of sad that they got rid of the Tingle Tuner. It could have been a great use for the gamepad. That's just Triangle Island, I think it's called. A lot of the islands don't have very creative names, but that just adds to the charm. Ahoy, small fry. Like, this will be like North Triangle Island? Yeah, Northern Triangle Isle. Let me tell you something, small fry. That school on Windball has a gorgeous teacher. But the thing is, this gang of 4 little hoodlums is always causing trouble for her. Those little delinquents like to cause all sorts of trouble. They go climbing trees and hiding behind buildings instead of going to school. What a bunch of savages. Somebody's gotta scold these scoundrels and set them straight for the sake of that poor teacher. You hear me, Fry? That's all the info I've got to offer. I want to be a little bit of a completionist and fill out my chart. I do not want to get caught up near that thing. If I get caught up in a if I get caught in a whirlpool whipped up by that thing, I cannot escape it. Not with my current loadout, anyway. Oh, you know what? I can also get into the inner chambers in Paw Print Isle now. I should do that at some point. Next time I'm, sailing by. Hi, small fry. Eastern Fairy Island. Word is they hold an auction every night over there on Windfall Island. Every night, the people gather in the Hall of Wealth to amuse themselves by spending money. Ah, the rich. Auctions may be a race to see who can bid the highest, but I'll let you in on a little secret. The key to winning an auction is to be both patient and bold. I'm serious, Fry. From what I hear, they got some great things up on that auction block too, like an extra fast sale, among some other things. Maybe that's just a rumor. You should try it out, you might like it. Yeah, I already have, but thank you. These guys are just chat, but worse. Pardon me. Oh, this place is really pretty in HD. I like this a lot. I also really enjoy the great fairy designs in this game, especially following up from the N64 games. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. Like, they feel really ephemeral. Like they're these weird magical creatures, but like not in a bad way. And you can carry more bombs. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. Anyway, I think that's a really nice note to end on for the night. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next planned stream is going to be Wednesday. The game will be Banjo-Tooie. The next time I'm playing Wind Waker will be on Friday. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night, and I hope to see you again. Good night.